Hello, good evening, everyone. Hello, Aaron. Hi, Patel. Hello, Mrunal. Good evening. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening, Chitrang. Hello, Dev. How are you all doing? Let me say hi to my YouTube students as well. Hello, guys. Hi, Nanda. Hello. Good evening. Welcome. How are you doing? Hi, Gurpreet. Great, great. Hello. How's your day going, guys? How's your day going? Were you waiting for the session? This is the third day we are here, right? This is the third day. So were you waiting for the session? Simran, I'm good. Thank you so much. How are you doing, dear? How are you doing? Okay, no problem, Nanda. If this is your first class, that's perfectly fine, dear. No problem. We are gonna take up module here, one module here, right? And I will be telling you more about it. So guys, you're looking at a poll. Can you please tell me if you're attending the class for the first time? Yeah. Good evening, guys. Good evening. All right. So I hope you all know what we are supposed to cover in this session, right? And if you don't know, let me tell you, I am going to take up listening module here, right? We will be discussing what kind of errors we make while we are doing our listening test, right? So that is what we are going to discuss. Good evening, Gurmeet. Great, Nanda. Great. Good evening. So tell me, how's your preparation going? You all are preparing, right? If you're attending the class for the first time, that's perfectly fine. If you know about IELTS, right? If you know what we do in IELTS, so tell me, how's your preparation going? And if you're new, you don't know about IELTS, please tell me in the chat box. Yes, how's your preparation going? Hello, Jay. Hello, Asmat. Hi. Okay, Gurmeet, no problem, no problem. So here I'll be telling you everything about our listening module, what we have here. Oh, great, Suraj. Good luck. If you have exam tomorrow, I hope the strategies will be helpful and you'll be able to get your desired band score. More than that, I would say. Good evening, Anuradha, Manjesh, Supriya. Hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, so let me introduce myself. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Ekta, and I am here, one of the educators from Leap, right? I will be telling you about listening module. What do we do? What kind of errors we make in listening module? And if you're planning to take your exam soon, if you pay attention to the tips and strategies I'm going to share with you all, right? I am sure that you will see at least one band improvement in your score, at least one. I mean, you all can score 9 out of 9 there, but at least one band improvement, I'm sure you will see. Hello, Rania. Great, Jack, great. So shall we get started, guys? Shall we get started? Yeah. Tell me in the chat box. You all ready? Oh, you got already 7.5. So I hope, Chitrang, you will be getting 9 this time if you're taking IELTS again. Yeah. Great. Okay, let's get started. Let's start with a quiz first. I want to see how well you know about IELTS, how well you know about listening module specifically. Okay, so tell me what skill our listening module is assessing. I know it's a silly question, but I still want to see how many of you are attentive. What skill is our listening module checking? What skill does it assess? Of course, yeah, right. Listening skill, correct? Yes. How well we are able to understand the language doesn't matter whether you're going for your academic exam or, doesn't matter whether you are going for your study or you're going for PR, right? You will still need, right, this listening skill if you are trying to understand someone. Yes. So that is what it is assessing, your listening exam, right? How many questions do we have in this exam? Good evening, Manpreet. Hi, Mandeep. Hello. Yes, correct. We have 40 questions. And how many sections, or you can say parts, do we have? Correct. No, it's not three, it's four. Yeah. All right. So, guys, do we have any negative marking in our IELTS exam? Do we have any negative marking in our IELTS exam? No, we don't. No. I am getting the answer as yes. No, guys, you don't have any negative marking in your IELTS exam. Okay, guys, I would suggest that you use chat box. If you have any question, please use chat box. In Q&A, don't post any questions. It would be great. I will be able to answer if you post your questions here in the chat box. Yes, Azmat, you are right. Correct. All right. All right. Okay, so let's see the basics first, because I know so many of you are beginner here. I could see in the chat box, right? Like here we have so many students. They are telling me that this is their first class. So I'm going to just tell you a brief about listening, what you can expect in listening, and what is this test about. So listening, your listening test is going to be a test where you have 40 questions, right? You will have 40 questions. And of course, this test will assess your listening skills. The timing here for this test, will be 30 minutes for audio. Now, guys, here is the catch. Please pay attention. The timing for the audio is going to be for 30 minutes. But when it comes to your PBT exam, what did I say? PBT. PBT means paper-based test. So when you attempt paper-based test, you get 10 minutes to transfer your answers. 10 minutes to transfer the answers. Right. If you are taking CBT exam, CBT means computer based. If you choose to take CBT exam, that is computer based test, then you get only 2 minutes to check your answers at the end. Why? Because those who are taking pen and paper exam, they get a question paper, right? They write their answers there, and they get 10 minutes to transfer the answers on the separate sheet that is given to them. No problem, Joshi, right? Just understand what we are covering here. We are covering listening, and I'm just telling you the basics of listening first. Yeah. Saloni, I will be coming to that. Okay. So if you're taking paper-based test, that means you are attempting your test on paper. You will get 10 minutes to transfer your answer. If it's CBT, computer-based test, that means you will have just 2 minutes to check your answers, because there is no need for you to transfer the answers, right? You just type your answers there. Yeah. Okay. How many parts do we have in this test? We have 4 parts, right? We call them sections as well. We used to call them sections. Now they are called parts, but you would still see sections written somewhere. So yeah, you should know parts means sections. So we have 4 sections. That means we'll have 4 audios. That means 4 tapes. Why I say 4 recordings? Because every section will have its individual. Every section will have its individual recording. Okay, so that's why I say 4 audios you will be listening to. Tushar, that depends. Whatever you are comfortable with, you go with that. If you're comfortable typing, you go with CBT. Yeah. Okay. The test gets progressively difficult. That means as the test advances, right? As the test moves on, you move on to section number 1. From section number 1 to section number 2, what happens? Your audios get progressively difficult. The test gets difficult. That means the pace of the audio, you can see it's a bit more faster. It's more fast than you were having in section 1, right? So you can expect that your test will get progressively difficult. That means section 1 being the easiest and section 4 being the most difficult one. Why? Because it's the fastest one. The pace. There is no negative marking, so I don't suggest any of you leaving any question unanswered. Please do not leave any answer any question unanswered, right? Don't leave any space empty, because there is no negative marking. That means minimum you can get just a 0. You can just get a 0 for a question, right? So you don't have to worry. If you're marking it wrong, that's perfectly fine, right? You will just get a 0. It's not negative marking, so you should always make a guess. Please use a pencil if you are taking PBT exam. If it's CBT, you just have to type. But if you're taking PBT, please use pencils only. And guys, this is something you all need to pay attention to, that the recording will be played once only. The recording won't be played more than once. And you have no control over the audio. You don't have any control over the audio. It's played by your invigilator there. Good evening, Balvinder. No, Tushar, it's not. I am going to answer this question. Just a second. All right. Are we clear so far, guys? Any questions, anyone from this part? Okay. Yeah, great. Then moving on, I have some tips and strategies for you guys so that you all can crack your IELTS exam in one go with good band score. I just don't want you to settle at 6.5 or 7. In listening, you can easily get nine bands, right? So what are we supposed to do? Let's see. First important thing is always the word count. So in listening, whenever you have the question paper, no, you are supposed to answer the questions. But if the question says, what is being planned for the party, right? You can't write the sentences that dash and dash is being planned or are planned for the party. You don't write sentences. You are always given a word limit. You are always given a word limit. That is what we call word count, right? So you always make sure that the word count you read and you understand. Okay, because when you don't read the instructions part and you don't know what is the word count, there are chances that you may end up losing your score for that because you might write beyond the word limit. Yes, Jay, that is what you have to do. You have to transfer your answers within 10 minutes only, right? You get 10 minutes to transfer your answers for PBT, but not for CBT. For CBT, you just have 2 minutes at the end. Always make sure that you are making a note of your instructions, right, where the word count is written. If it says no more than one word, of course you will just be writing one word. Yeah, but another thing you need to pay attention to, that if your answer is a number, if your answer is a number, that will also be accepted. Suppose it's written contact number. Now contact number says 4468. That is the answer. Would you write it like this? 4468? No, you can't, right? Because that would be, first of all, beyond the word limit. Second, it just says no more than one word, right? If I write like this, that would be beyond the word limit. Second thing, what is the problem? We don't write contact number like this. How do we write it? 4468. So this will be counted at just one number. Okay, so if it says no more than one word and your answer is number, and your numbers are accepted, plus this will be counted as just one number. It's not going to be counted as 4 because these are 4 digits, not 4 numbers. I didn't get your question, Nanda. Jay, I wouldn't recommend that. The question is, can we, while we are listening to the audio, can we transfer our answers on the answer sheet? I don't recommend that. Why? Because your focus should be on understanding the audio, right? And marking your correct answer. You are getting 10 minutes to transfer your answer if you're taking CBT, right? So what's the problem? You can utilize that time. Yeah, so don't rush. All right. So always pay attention to the word limit. If it says no more than 2 words, please don't write 3 words. Write always under the word limit only. So this number will be counted as just 1. Be careful with the pluralized forms as the answer. So suppose the answer is this. Okay, and I have written this. So will I get a score? The answer is community and I am writing communities. Will I get the score? No, right? The questions, the answer is community. I am pluralizing it. So that will be marked wrong. You have to be very careful with this. If the question, let's say the answer is communities and you're writing community, that would also be marked wrong because you have to choose the correct form, whether it's singular or plural. So you have to be careful with that. Okay, guys? Another thing, sometimes it says no more than one word and you have 2 words as the answer. You think that is that's 2 words, but it's not 2 words, right? These are hyphenated words. For example, tied up. So it's written this way. So it's hyphenated. It will be counted as 1 word only. It will be counted as 1 word. So all hyphenated words are counted as 1 word. Okay, now this is the question. I had this question from Nanda in the chat box, right? This is the part I am going to answer here, Nanda. Please have a look. Yes, Maneem, correct, Saloni, right. Right, you all are answering right. Abhinav, correct. Yes, Aryan. Correct, Jaspreet. All right. So now next questions, next tip says use appropriate date and time format. So this is the problem, right? Sometimes what happens, no, it won't, Saloni, it won't be counted as two words. It's hyphenated word. I have a hyphen there in between, right? So it will be counted as just one word. All hyphenated words are counted as one word. Okay. Appropriate date and time format. So how do we make sure that we are writing appropriate format? What is the format of date and timing? Suppose it says you're supposed to write two words only. Okay, two words, and the date is 24 April. So you can write 24 April this way. Suppose it says 16 November, let's say 16 November. Okay, I am writing it like this. Will I get the score? If I write 16 November this way, will I get the score? What is the problem in that? What is the problem? Yes, correct, Aryan. Got it. No money. So let me tell you about the accepted format first, then I'll tell you. So 16 November I can write 16th November. I can write November 16. All three can be accepted, right? It is acceptable if you write it in any of the forms, 16th November, 16 November, or November 16. It's accepted. Now the problem with my answer was I typed it like this, and that is what we call capitalization error, right? You didn't properly capitalize your answer. So when we are writing month, N should be capitalized, which brings me to another point that I suggest: transfer all the answers in capital letters. Yeah, so I suggest that you transfer all the answers in capital letters. Why? Because this way you won't be tied up looking for what should be the correct capitalization. There would be no chances of errors. So if you're taking CBT, puts the caps on and type your answers. If you're taking pen and paper, all right, simply just write answers in capital letters for CBT, PBT, everything. Yes, in CBT, yes, it happens. So the solution to this is just transfer all the answers in capitals. Before transferring the answers, put the caps on. Yeah. All right. Now I know that when the word limit was two words, I wrote 16 November. But what if the word limit says one word only? How would I write the date then? How would I write the date then? What is the problem? Yes, Disha, you can do that. Yes, we will type it like this. Or you can simply write this 1611. Yes, so this is how you can type your date if it's asking you to write in one word. What about the time? What is acceptable when it comes to time? Suppose it says 8:30. So you can write 8:30 like this. You can write 8:30 like this, or you can write 0830. This is how you can write. Okay, these three are accepted when it comes to your time format. Please don't write this way, 8:30. No, it won't be accepted. So these are the ways how you can transfer your answers for your time and date part. Yeah. Disha, there is no 16th month, right? It's just 12 only. So no confusion, right? Yeah, that depends, Dave. That depends. If it's already written in the question, why would you want to write it? If it's already there, why would you want to write it? Okay, now next, always check your spellings. In CBT, there are chances that you may make spelling error. Suppose I wanted to write tax, but mistakenly, instead of X, I typed C, right? So there are chances of typo. So always make sure that you're checking your spellings before moving on. You get the time to check your answers. Utilize that time, guys. Utilize that time to check your answers. Yeah. So spelling is a must, because if the spelling is incorrect, you will end up losing your score. All right. Look for indicators. What are these indicators? What happens? The speaker gives you an answer, but later on, you can expect some twists in that, turns in that, because they use some words which can change the information, just like however, but, right? Initially I wanted to go with item A, but I decided to go with item B. So how would you write this answer? Suppose I say, initially I wanted to purchase a bike, but then I decided to buy a car. Finally I bought a car. So what should be the answer? Bike or car? What did I buy? Bike or car? Car. But what if I say, uh, the speaker wanted to buy dash at first. The speaker wanted to buy dash at first. So what is going to be the answer this time? Correct. Bike. Anmol. Yes. Samriddhi. Correct. Correct. Right. Mahalakshmi. You all are getting it right. Dasha. Yes, everyone. Ushar. Correct. So what is happening here? You are looking for indicators, the words that tell you that what should be the answer. Firstly, finally, also, later. These words, okay, firstly gives you the sequence. Suppose you're doing a flow chart. Then it says firstly, then subsequently, to conclude. Now you already know to conclude means finally, last. So you always look for indicators. Even if you get lost, they will give you some information about it so that you can come back to the track. Okay, do not waste your time just thinking about the ones you have missed. Please start writing the answers for the ones that are still there in the audio, because you won't be listening to the audio more than once. Yeah, to confuse you guys, your speakers give you some unnecessary information. They start talking about, maybe the question is, what did the speaker want to buy? Then they would give you some information about cars, trucks, bikes, and ultimately, they would come back to the thing that the speaker actually wanted to buy. But in between, you can expect some unnecessary information, so there would be long gaps between the answer. What do you have to do then? Stay focused, because if you lose your focus, you might think that you have already missed the answer, but maybe the speaker is trying to confuse you and not giving you the information, making you wait for it, so that they can see whether you are focused or you just get lost in your own thoughts. Yes, it happens, right? It happens. Correct, Tushar. So it happens. So what are you supposed to do? Please make sure that you are actually focusing on your question itself. Your question itself. If you hear those keywords, right, definitely your answer is going to be there. You have to wait for it. Yes, please don't get lost in your own thoughts, right? Always read the questions first. And make keywords from there. It is important to make keywords, guys. When you make keywords, what happens? You already know in your mind that this is the information I'm looking for. When you already know that this is the information I'm looking for, then you of course pay attention to the audio, right? Yes, make keywords, mark keywords, understand what the speaker is trying to tell you there, what information the speaker is giving you, whether the part you were looking for has arrived, or they are just giving you some random information. So that is what you understand how marking keywords. Yes. All right. Another thing, what happens here when we are doing our answers, when we are doing maps, we get lost. If we lose one particular question, we tend to lose all, because we don't read questions before we listen to the audio. So what happens if I read the questions before the audio? What happens? I already know what the speaker is going to talk about. So in case I missed 15 question, I can go back to I can go to the 16th one, because I know the keyword for 16th is that. So when you mark your keywords beforehand, you already know that keyword for second question is, let's say, uh, speaker wanted to buy something. Keyword for next question is cost. So when they're talking about the cost, you already know that you missed the previous one, right? So you always make sure that you mark your keywords. All right. Okay. Now, once you read the question, you know that what is being expected there. You predict the part of the speech required. Why do you predict the part of speech? Because you want to know whether the speaker is going to tell you or give you some information about a noun, or if it's an adjective, it's an adverb. How do you predict that? We will see. We will learn how to predict. Get familiar with all types of questions before you take exam, guys. Before you take exam, get familiar with all types of questions, because you already know there then that this is what you can expect, and this is the tips and strategy for this particular type of question. All right, before we try one exercise, guys, before we try one exercise, I am going to try one live example here in this class. Let me tell you about my upcoming batch. So I'm coming up with my premium batch for speaking and listening. So you will be able to learn so many strategies like this, just like the ones I was telling you here in this class. So I will be discussing the strategies more in detail with so many examples in class. So you have the link in the chat box. You can enroll right now. You can register yourself right now for my upcoming premium batch. Right there, we will be discussing speaking. You will get a chance to speak live. Right, you will be able to get your speaking assessed by me in the class only. Plus, you will be able to learn so many strategies to your 9-band score. Right, how you can get 9 bands. I was just giving you some of the strategies here. Right, so many questions were answered. So imagine when you have the chance to speak to me live there in class of just 20 to 25 students, what would happen? You will be able to get your answers, right? Plus, you will get the strategies to get 9 bands in your listening. Yeah, so we will be trying one exercise there. You will learn that how these strategies are implemented, right? And in your batch, I will be discussing every question type, right? I could see so many students asking me, strategies about multiple choice questions. So of course I can't take everything up in this classroom. That's why we have this batch. So please join in this batch, and you will be able to learn so many strategies. So it's not just the course itself that you are getting, I mean, not just the classes itself. With this, you will get mock test, right? You will be able to get your writings evaluated. You will get speaking slots. You will have one-on-one classes with your with me, your trainer, right? You will get the recording to all live sessions as well. So whenever you are taking your exam, if you're taking it in the next 2 months, no, still you will have the recordings with you. You can watch them anytime. So guys, please click onto the link that is given to you in the chat box and join right now for this premium batch. The cost of this premium batch is 548 rupees, but when you click onto the link, you register through this link, you will get it for just 438 rupees only, guys. And not only this, if you think this timing is not convenient for you, or you want to get enrolled in any other batch that is for writing or maybe for reading, please click onto the link and join through this particular link only. You will get a 20% discount on the batch. Right, so join in fast and let me know if you have already joined the batch. Nanda, it is on 12th of May. That is tomorrow, 7 to 8:30. Great, Nanda, great. So you already joined reading premium batch. Great, great. Definitely, definitely. Okay, Abhilash, lovely. So guys, please tell me in the chat box if you have already joined. Okay, and great. Tasbia, can you please help one of the students here? He's from Bangladesh. So he's asking how he can pay. So can you please tell him? Gulam, wait for a minute. She will definitely tell you. Okay, Sujit, these are the timings here on the screen right now. You can enroll for any of these timings. Plus, we have so many batches coming up. You can check our website, right? There, whatever seems convenient to you, whatever timing seems convenient, you just join that timing. Just use the code EA Live 20 to get 20% discount. Please use this code to get 20% discount on any of the batches. EA Live 20. Note it down. So whenever you are going to the website after the session, you can use this code and get 20% discount. Okay, Balwinder, so which one you are joining right now? It is going to be 1 week batch, Atipriya, it's going to be 1 week batch, exclusive 1 week batch, where I will be just talking about speaking and listening, how to crack these two modules. 1 and a half half hour classes would be there. 1.5 hours we would be spending together just to learn how to crack speaking and listening exam. Yeah, great. So if you've already enrolled, great. Otherwise, you will find the link in the chat box, right? Make sure you click onto the link and you join the batch, or you can just note this code down and later on you can join the batch. Whatever batch you want to, you will get 20% discount on this code. Yes, if you are having a problem joining the batch, please log in again or use another mobile number. If you are facing any problem joining the batch, either log in again or join with another number. Okay, so we will be coming back to this, guys, right? So whatever questions you have related to the premium batch, I will definitely answer. Let's practice one exercise here. Let's practice an exercise. So here, what are we going to do? We have this exercise here in front of us. What does it say? Always reading the instruction first, right? It says no more than 3 words. So we have 3 words here. We are supposed to write no more than 3 words. That means I can write 1 word, I can write 2 words, or I can write 3 words, right? Okay, thank you, Sanjay. I hope you have joined the batch. Great, lovely. Okay. So what are we supposed to do here? We will be writing no more than 3 words. Now, what does it say? It says for the recommendation column, we have one recommendation column here. It says if you put A here, that means the speaker is telling you you must buy it. If it's B, that means they are dicey. They're saying maybe you should. And for C, they are not recommending it at all to buy. Yeah. Now, what do you see here? It says name. So you have the name of the items, you have the advantages, you have the disadvantages, and you have the recommendation. Yeah, this is what you have. This is what you have. What do you do when you have the time to read the questions? When you have the time to read the questions, you mark your keywords. Here it says unbreakable vacuum flask. So this is going to be in order. That means you will get these names in order only. Yeah, advantages contains no dash. So I'm looking for something which is not there in this unbreakable vacuum flask, right? So I am looking for that thing. That is what I am going to write. So when I was talking about predicting the answer, no, so this is how you predict. What could be the answer here? A noun could be here, right? Contains no what? It's going to be a noun only. Keeps warm for. So it is keeping it warm for a duration. A duration could be in minutes, in hours, right? So that is what the answer could be here. So this is how you predict. This is the strategies we are going to discuss in classroom, that how you can predict the answers. Okay, so I'm going to play this audio. Make sure you all are ready. Yeah, so I'm going to play this audio, and I am going to look at the chat box for you to share your answers. All right. Okay.
You will hear a popular science radio program.
Is this audible to everyone? Can you please confirm if it's audible? Yes. Those who are live on YouTube, can you please confirm? Okay, great. Great. So playing it.
Liz Shearer talks about some new devices for use in the home. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Now listen carefully to the radio program and answer questions 11 to 16.
Good evening. Tonight's show comes to you from the Good Home exhibition in Duke's Court, where we've been trying out some of the latest gadgets on show here and getting our resident expert, Liz Shearer, to tell us which ones are worth buying and which will die a death.
Well, hello. Yes, John, I've been investigating 4 new household gadgets and sorting out the advantages and disadvantages, and then really deciding what are must-buys, what are maybe-buys, and what are never-buys. Let's start with this vacuum flask for keeping drinks hot. Well, I felt this had quite a lot going for it. Most of all is the fact that it contains no glass and is therefore unbreakable to all intents and purposes. It's made of stainless steel, which is guaranteed for 20 years. Hope that's long enough. And it's true what the manufacturer claims, that it does maintain heat for 18 hours. So that's pretty good. On the downside, it really works out to be quite expensive, and much more surprisingly, it unfortunately leaves a strange taste, when you've drunk from it. So, all in all, my recommendation would be it's got plenty of advantages, but it is rather expensive, so I'd say you should maybe buy it. Moving on to a natty little device, the whistle key holder. Basically, this is where you whistle, and the key holder gives off a high-pitched noise and flashes light, so you can find it. One advantage of this model is that it also has a small light. You press the button, and this means you can find keyholes easily. I also felt the small size was a real advantage. On the weaker side, I did find the noise unpleasant, which I'm sure the designers could have done something about. And I found that it didn't work through metal, so it's mainly useful for finding in coat pockets, cushions, etc. But taken as a whole, I thought it was a masterpiece of design and would highly recommend it.
Now you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
The third gizmo is called the Army Flashlight because it was developed initially for military use. It works by squeezing the handle to generate the power. Its advantages are that it can be used for outside activities and also, and this is one of the surprising features, it does work underwater. My main objection to it, though, was although it did work in these conditions, this model gave off a weak light. So my recommendation, I'm afraid, would have to be to avoid this one. The decoy camera was last on my list. This is a fake video camera which you fix to your wall to scare off burglars. The advantage of this model is something which makes it look very realistic. It's flashing light. On the downside, it was quite difficult to fix to the wall. However, burglary is such a major problem these days that it is worth the effort. So, this gets my strong recommendation.
OK, thanks for that, Liz. And now I'd like to...
All right, guys. Yes. So I hope you were able to get the answers, right? I can see so many answers in the chat box. I have made my notes as well, like what answers I could see and what's the error in the answers. So the first error I would discuss is the capitalization, guys. If you don't capitalize your answers properly, you will end up losing your score. And this is what we discussed. If you don't capitalize your answers, you may lose your score. Definitely you will use it. You may, no, you will definitely lose it. Okay, so let's check the answers. I want to show you the answers now. See, these are the answers. Please check your answers. So here, what does it say? Glass. If you're writing no glass, somebody wrote no glass, right? So that is going to be wrong because no is already written here. So the answer has to be glass. What about this one? 18. 18 hours, right? So you can write 18, 1, 8 and hours because it's no more than 3 words. All right. What about next one? See, Saloni, this is what I was talking about. Improper capitalization. Check taste, T-A-S-T, and then you have lowercase e. So that's going to be marked wrong. Okay. So what about this one? Disadvantage, 13. strange taste. Now I have put it here in the bracket. I don't want you people to do it. Why? Because this is my way of telling you people that taste is also fine, strange taste is also fine, but you don't put any brackets, any slashes there. This is for me to tell you, because I have so many students writing taste as well as strange taste. So I have to mark both correct. No, so I have put it in bracket that if a student has written strange, that is also fine. If the student didn't write, that's perfectly fine. So you don't write, you don't put brackets. You write your answers only. Answer 13 is strange taste, or you can say taste. 14th, right? You can say just a second. You can say small size, right? You can say the small size. Let me just type it here properly. You can say the size, or you can say the small size, or you can say just small. These are the answers. Small, right? Small, the small size, or you can say size. No, dear, no. Yes, Suraj, yes, definitely. You can type all the answers in capital. I have done this here. Why? Because I have so many students not using capitalization. I mean, not all caps here. So I just want them to understand that this could also be the right answer. Yeah, so capitalization. Now, what about our next one? That is 15, metal. Yes, no, you can't write metals, it's metal. Doesn't work through metal. 16, A, because it was a strong recommendation. Yes. Okay. No, that is also fine, Saloni. 17th, it can be outside, outdoor activities or outdoors. Yes, Ramit. 18th, underwater, or you can simply write under, or you can write beneath water. 19th, weak light. It has to be weak light. 20th, flashing light. Okay, so that has to be flashing light. And you can write beneath water. No, you can't write it, Aaron. No. No, for 17th, it's just outside, outdoor activities or outdoors. Nothing else. Ananda, it was fine for everyone else. Maybe you had network issue. That's why. Yeah. Yes, Abhilash, it is. All right, so this is how you do your questions, right? You have to understand what the speaker is giving you, what information the speaker is giving you, and what do you have on the question paper. So you won't be finding the same words, you have synonyms there. So this is what you need to learn, and I will be discussing the strategies for every other type of question in my upcoming premium batch. So I hope that you have already registered for that. If you have not done that yet, guys, please register yourself to learn all the strategies and get the answers whatever you have here. I have already answered so many questions, but in case you still have more, right, and you want to learn more about your listening module, please join this batch. If this timing is not convenient, you can join another batch another time, right? And if you want to enroll yourself in reading, writing, n number of batches, you can enroll using the code that is EA Live 20. You can click onto the link that is given in the chat box, or you can use this code to get 20% discount. Yes, Vinay, that is going to be wrong, dear. No, that's not right. APJ, great. 9 out of 10. Wow, lovely score. No, it can't be small light. No. No. All right, guys, if you have registered yourself for the batch, please let me know in the chat box. No, it is not small light, it's small size. The speaker wanted to mention the advantages, right? So I found this great. I found the small size great. So the advantage was the small size. Great, Manpreet. Wow, and 10 out of 10, lovely. Oh yeah, you got 8 right. That means it's okay, Mansi. You can register right now. See, we will get the chance right? You have 1 month left, right? We will get the chance to learn all the strategies, and I will be sharing the tips with you there. Plus you will be getting 9 out of 9, because if you're already getting 8, no, so you just need some more strategies to get 10 out of 10. So you will be getting 40 out of 40. So please join the batch through this link that is given in the chat box. Yeah, make sure to use EA Live 20 code if you are enrolling in any of the batch to get the discount of 20%. No, you can't use brackets. This is what I said. I typed brackets because I wanted you all to know that if you have written taste as the answer, that is also fine. If you have written strange taste, that is also fine. But don't use brackets. You are not allowed to do that. Yeah. So yes, those who are live on YouTube, can you please tell me if you have already joined? Say yes in the chat box if you have already joined. The link is in the chat box, guys. Don't waste time. Just join right now. Yes. All answers in capitals. This way you can just save yourself from making any capitalization error. Mansi, yes, I will be later on, but for now, I'm coming up with my speaking and listening batch. So if you want to join writing, or you can say reading batch, we have 1 week premium batch for reading and writing as well. Plus, we have 4 weeks batch as well, 4 weeks premium batch. You can join that too. There, all the strategies will be discussed with you related to reading, writing, speaking, listening, everything. Yeah. All right, guys. So use the link in the chat box, and I will see you tomorrow in my class. Right. Take care, all of you. Good luck for your exam. Bye bye.